This meeting is being recorded.
Indeed. Yeah, hello, it's a Sidecar working group meeting. Today is August 22nd, almost at the end of the summer. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so today I wanted to quickly go through what we want to do in this release and what we have, like just immediate actions that we have, and maybe what we think about termination and what we need to do around that area. And discuss maybe if we want to try to shoot for beta in 129 or we just take it easy and go with alpha. I wanted to start with open PRs. I think we have quite some at this moment. So first, it was merged, right? Somebody marked it as merged.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so this is very, like, this is a definitely missing feature in 128. Yeah, that's nice to have. Okay, CPU. I think it's Gundry, it's yours, right?
Yes.
Is it ready for?
Yes.
Okay.
It is ready to be merged, I think, but I think we need to merge the test infra PR first before it because we don't have any E2 test for serial E2 test with alpha features. So I don't have any way to test this in CI system.
Okay, but even past the CI, we don't have anything. We don't run serial alpha features, right? Serial test with alpha. Like this is CI, right? But we also will need periodics after that. Yeah, this is a pool.
Yes.
Okay. Let me take a look later. I can help with that, but this we will need Francesco or somebody to, or maybe Kevin to take a look.
Okay.
Okay. Cool, restart. Yeah, this is interesting. Okay, Andrew, it's you again.
Yes. Yes, that PR is adding some kubelet restart scenario to work with init containers. It is not exactly about the sidecar container feature. It is just about the init container and kubelet restart scenario. So, and I will make another PR to test kubelet restart with restartable init container after this PR. So if anyone can review that, then it would be great.
Sure.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, I think between us, we can all take a look at some point. Yeah, and I think I will be able to merge it, right? Because it's it. Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
Total resources requested to pod status. I think this was ready for a long time. The only concern was performance.
Yeah, I need to rebase this one again. It's one of those that every time someone changes something, it gets out of date because it touches a bunch of generated code.
Yeah, I wonder if we can try to address this performance concern somehow. Basically, performance concern that we will need to recalculate this logic. We like going through all the containers every time status is updated, and almost never it will change.
Yeah.
You mean like saving something in the status?
Yeah, I think. But I mean, how do we know that nothing changed? That's the problem.
Well, init containers are not supposed to change, right? The pod, I mean, the whole pod spec is immutable regarding containers and init containers, no? Ah, no, there is this dynamic pod.
In place VPA.
Yes. Hmm.
So that's why. it's a little bit more complicated and you need to update it every time we update the status.
Okay.
I mean, what we can do is to say if in-place VPA is not present and we don't recalculate it. That may be an optimization.
Mhm.
But then like we kind of like pushing this problem onto other cap. Saying,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. As if this cap doesn't have enough problems already. So.
Yeah, like I go back and forth on this one, like whether it's worth it to try to get in. It's kind of weird because it's sort of the one thing that's calculating some new values and putting them in status. And like the reason is like otherwise it's pretty non-trivial for like users to know like how many resources does this plugin request and what's failing to schedule. So I don't know.
Yeah, I heard another request. People were asking, can we get a value of how much pod takes to run rather than like besides the initialization? So how much it's taken right now? Don't count for init containers and such. Yeah. Okay. So let's yeah. Yeah, maybe it may be wise to just push this problem to in-place VPA. Like at least don't recalculate if in-place VPA is disabled, and then try to figure it out later.
Yeah, because I mean the issue is the same, right? With the normal containers, and then we didn't touch this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do this change, Todd?
I'm sorry?
Can you do this change
To
to not recalculate if in-place VPA is disabled?
not recalculated. That's VPAs to say. Yeah, that would be yeah. So if VPA is disabled, just it should never change at that point. So
Yeah. And somehow we need to know that we already set it once, but I think we will have a value, right? If
yeah, be like empty before or empty or nil.
or scheduler may have it. Yeah, so if you can do this change, like please try to look at the problems that it may raise.
And Vinay had a suggestion of like, can you do this just in the API server on pod create, and that sort of avoids the need to modify the scheduler. So we'll look at that as well.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, we generally need, this is kind of nice to have, and like users will love us for that. But I know it's hard to go through all the implications that it may raise.
Yeah.
Okay. HPA.
Yes, I found that problem. Actually, I'm not familiar with how HPA works, so maybe someone can review this. I know that there is a problem. This is right here, but I'm not sure this is enough to be merged.
Okay. I can ping somebody in HPA.
Okay.
Okay. So the problem is that we didn't calculate correctly. We didn't even
Yeah,
Yes.
we didn't consider the sidecars.
and not even init containers, right? I don't see init containers here.
Yes.
But you don't care because init container didn't run after.
It's still the max of the before sidecars. It was the max of the max of the running containers or main containers versus the max of all the init containers. It's technically you're unlikely to occur that you've got a single init container that's larger than the sum of all the rest of your containers. But and then this is also like it's still
Yeah, here is also missing the max.
Yeah, there's no max either. So
and it's right. It doesn't include VPA as well. Like it's got several issues still. Unfortunately, unfortunately, two changes going in real quick that change how pod resource requests are calculated.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ping somebody to get their opinion. It has a it doesn't have a check for feature gate, right?
No.
Because it doesn't have a feature gates.
Yes, but we decided to just check the feature gate in API server and
The field will be
other part.
Mhm.
If there is a field, then we can just admit it.
okay.
Mm.
Great. Yeah, we have quite a few things to merge, and I think it's great. We have some issues as well. Yeah, I don't think we will ever get into this issue. I think Matthias, you tried and you decided not to go there, right?
Maybe I can have a look again. Yes.
No, you don't have to.
Yeah.
This might be better code, but at the same time, it introduces a little bit entropy. Like, I think at some point we need to decide whether we go with keep it as alpha in 129 or try to get it into beta. So getting into beta would be easier if you do very little change in core logic. If you do refactoring and such and like change how termination works, especially, then probably will be asked to do alpha. And I would also push for alpha as well. So I mean, changing
Yeah,
logic.
but then if we want to change once we are in beta, we can can we go back to alpha? No.
No, at beta stage, like it's considered well tested, and you can start refactoring.
I see. Okay. Okay. Then yeah, let's wait for beta. And maybe Clayton will be more available.
Yeah, and that's too. Yeah. So this is so we have PR for that, right? For CPU
Yes.
reuse.
Actually, that is not about that. There is the different issue, I think.
Oh, this is different, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, so it's a feature request. The feature request is saying that we may want to have different CPU CPU manager policy, asking for reserved CPUs for main containers, but for sidecars, just take whatever like available. We need to understand, like, decide if we want to take it as part of this enhancement.
I don't think this is the part of the sidecar container cap. It is more about what is the CPU static policy is about.
Okay. Yeah, it's. I think it will be common request. We can do it after though. Yeah, this Uber issue, I think we just need to close it because it was for alpha mostly. So I think we clarified the status, like started field value. I think we also initialized for init containers now, right? Matthias, do you remember?
Did we merge? No, I don't remember.
Can you just take a look? I think it should
Yes,
be.
yes. Tag me on this. Now I have more time than in the previous cycle, so
It's good. Okay, inconsistent pod status reporting. Is it done? Okay, why put it here? It's very old. For some reason, I put it here. Trying to understand why.
I think it is just it contains sidecar term. I don't think it is the part of this cap.
No, but maybe this one is solved by the cap, no? Because there is a job. No.
Yeah, that's probably why I put it here to understand if we solve this issue. But I don't remember what the issue was. I remember I looked at it last week. Okay. Created jobs. Oh yeah, so it's quite important for termination actually. So the question is, if main container finishes with error, but sidecar finishes with 0, do we report this job as succeeded or failed? And I think
Failed, of course.
okay, but I think the question was that this issue was about the case that last container exit status was defining the status of pod. I think that was the issue.
Yeah, but since now we are in init containers, maybe we don't look at the status of init containers.
If this is the case, then we address this issue. I think we just need to double check on that and maybe even have a test written.
I mean, should the job display completed if any of the main containers failed? Seems odd that it would.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we behave if there are 2 containers in a job.
I mean, hopefully there'll be less situations where that occurs now if you have an actual sidecar, but still, it seems weird for it to look that way.
We still used one.
And I'm wondering, is it just a printer output? Is it just like is that the issue? Or is it actually like a status update that's incorrect?
I think it's the real status.
Yeah, I think it's pod status. I don't see it here. Yeah, okay. I think we need to at least test it, and it's part of the termination requirements, right? And I think you're right. Maybe we don't even look at init container statuses when we calculate pod status, so it will be resolved automatically. Okay. Disable restart of containers in multi-containers pod. Okay, another feature request I put it here. What was the feature request? Okay, so the question is, if my container failed, should I restart just my container? I want to restart everything. Entire pod should be restarted.
Only the container, but that's nothing to do with us. That's by design, no?
Yeah.
It is trying to introduce the new field like quota for the container restart. Like if there are so many container restart, then just remove the pod and restart it. That is what they want, I think.
It's kind of keystone saying that sidecars are very not important and should be completely restarted. I think we need to, like, when we will start discussing termination and status, like based on readiness and liveness prop, it may come up. So I think we just need to consider that, but not block on that.
Yeah. Very distantly related to us.
Yeah, I looked through a lot of issues in KK to combine this list to make sure that we addressing some scenarios were raised before. Okay, more to do.
You looked at the more recent ones also? If someone is actually using sidecars?
I didn't find any reports of problems yet.
Okay. We don't have telemetry in Kubernetes to know who has enabled alpha features or something.
No, we don't have it. There is a questionnaire that we send regularly, like annually.
Yeah. But yeah, okay.
Try to ask people for the specific question, but it's maybe too specific for question. Yeah, we will know some from GKE. I don't know, like.
You mean GKE in 2 years once they will have it in alpha?
So we have a feature called alpha clusters. So people want to try alpha features, they can create a cluster with all alpha features enabled. So they can try as like, I think in a few weeks we will have 128 available, and alpha features will be like, it will be very easy to test it on GKE.
Yeah, but given the popularity of all the articles that I saw already on sidecars, I expect people to test.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's hope to get more feedback. Okay, we have 5 minutes left. I don't think we will get to all the rest of the problems. So score adjustment, we just need to implement it. I don't think we have an issue for that. Is there a pull request for score adjustment?
This one is closed, no? I think. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it's a blog post. Okay.
Yeah, it will be out in 3 days.
Okay. And what is restartable set? Never. Restartable init. Canary restarts when its startup fails. Okay, so this is what was written, right, in the cap.
The current implementation is not consistent with the cap. So I think we can either update the cap or the implementation. So
it depends how difficult it would be to implement as written in the cap, right?
yes, but I think this is needed because for job we have some way to indicate that the spec is wrong. So I think the implementation should be updated.
Okay.
But I think I'm not sure how easy this could be.
Yeah, you need to have clear semantic. Like if startup probe fail once, it shouldn't indicate it's failed, right? You need to wait for it to completely fail.
Yes.
Okay. Let's create. I will create issues for this and this to have it
Okay.
discussed. And we don't have time to discuss terminations today. So let's plan to discuss termination next week. And one thing I wanted to mention is we need to understand how termination works today. So if anybody interested in writing down how it works today, like what is it, like questions like is graceful termination period respected? Is pre-stop hook executed? So if you have those written down or maybe even tested as end-to-end test, it will be helpful because it will help us declare the scope, like what we want to cover. Okay. Anything else?
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry for being late. Thank you for coming half an hour later. Bye.
Thank you for everything.
Thank
Bye.
you.
See you next week.